Okay, okay, I think the stream is working. I hope. I don't know. Hang on, I want to know what the chat says to put it there. Okay. I'm gonna wait for people to join before I say anything else, I guess. Hi, Polaroid. Can you, like, see, the little PNG tuber thing? I don't know if is that visible on the stream? I hope it Can I just, okay. I will wait for more people to join. Maybe I planned this at the wrong time, I don't know. Hi, Bread. Okay, there's 3 people on the stream. I probably planned this at the wrong time because I didn't keep time zones in mind. How do I source? How would I show my screen? Okay, there's 5 people. Okay. Okay, more people are joining. There's like 6 people. That probably includes me, I don't know. How are you guys? Yeah. Hi, Domino. Why would you call my stream mid? Screw you, man. That's mean. That's mean of you. That was mean. Why would you say that? 7 a.m.? Go to sleep, dude. Okay. There's like 3 people on the stream. I planned this at an awful time. I don't know how to share my screen, so I don't know if I can share any content. I'd have to go find it myself, though, but hang on. I need to figure out how to do backgrounds. Can I, like, show my screen? That is a green screen. Hmm. Wait, off. Hang on. Oh, no, that's my face. That is my face. Not that I have any. I've shown my face before. I just don't want to use it. Okay. So what do you guys want to know about first? I need to talk. Okay, what have we had planned? So I wanted to start off with talking about things I had planned for LMNOP before it was canceled. Like what we had ideas we had for like episodes and stuff. And I guess yeah, some stuff we had like ideas for like full episode challenges or arcs or whatever. So I'll start off with probably easiest, episode 2. So we had this idea that this is where the actual challenge and first elimination would happen, where let me think. Sorry, I need to remember now. Did they involve Mr. Warm Milk? Technically, kinda. He's on the team, the Awesome Sauce. But okay, so the episode idea, I think Polly and I came up with like the sort of gist of it in DMs, but sorry, I need to remember. I need to think. Okay, so the challenge was you had to. They were in a mall, so the idea, you know how they're in the LRV? The reason why the show was called LMNOP, or Let's Move North on the Planet, was because they go to a new location every challenge. And for this one, they were going to the mall, and Comic Sans would give each team $100 each. And they have to spend, like, they have to use that $100. They don't have to use it all, but they just have to use it to, like, buy as much stuff as they can. And they cannot go over the limit, and they cannot use any money besides the $100 they were given. And the team with the least amount of stuff was up for elimination. Technically, they do keep going north in Urbanova, the setting of the show. And yeah, so what each team would do. So, Buzz Off, they were just doing the challenge normally, and probably also be the one to get like first place, honestly. And they would just be buying like stuff like for the kitchen, food for the kitchen. Thing is, Juice Box. You know Juice Box? Yeah, it's a little kid, right? It just goes around and does. It's only 2 people on the stream. No one's watching this shit. Okay, whatever. I guess I'll yap and hope that people watch it later. So Juice Box. It's okay, I listen. Okay, so Juice Box. It's a kid, right? It's gonna be, and it's messing around and stuff, so they're like, you know what, Sandy, you're pretty calm, you're probably responsible. We need you to, like, keep an eye on Juice Box while we go buy stuff for the challenge. Buy food to put in the fridge, because there's literally nothing in the fridge. And Sandy's like, don't worry, guys, I got this. No, that's not a Sandy voice, hang on. Don't worry, guys, I got this. I can totally keep an eye on this kid. And it leads to a bunch of shenanigans where Juice Box is just very rowdy and going everywhere. Like, messing around, shenanigans, and, like, Sandy going after him. And yeah, that's how it goes. Then there's Buzz Off. So, if you guys saw the little, like, video I made with all the storyboards and stuff of what was meant to be in episode 1, Buzz Off won. And, like, the voting system, so the eliminations would have been contestant vote, right? But there would still be viewer voting implemented, where the team that got first place in the challenge, you would, like, vote your favorite and your least favorite. Least favorite votes are deducted from most favorite votes, and then, like, whoever has the most favorite votes gets a little prize, gets a little advantage for the challenge. So we don't know who would have gotten, like, obviously it's canceled now, we don't know who would have won that little advantage. I'm personally placing my bet it would have been Vedicita. Just because he's my favorite on the team. He's funny to me, and I just feel like he probably would have been. But, anyways, one of them would get a prize. And the prize that's meant to help them out in the challenge are, like, these really stretchy black socks. I know that sounds weird, but you need to... I think that was Polly's idea. She's not on this stream, I don't think. I don't know if she's gonna see this, but Polly, I think you came up with that. You were really smart for that. It was really funny. But anyways, so, like, stretchy black socks. There's many a clip where Pattisy's like, oh my god, I always wanted these, and then he puts the socks on, and it looks like because of how object show feet are, it looks like there's no difference. But anyways, so they have these stretchy black socks, right? And they're buying stuff, and they're like, you know what, guys? What if we... Hi, Emmy. They're like, guys, what if we cheated? What if we cheated and used more money than the $100 we were given? Something we're not supposed to do. And they get this bright idea to, like, hijack an ATM. And they, like, they cut holes into the stretchy black socks and use them like those burglar masks you see in the show, in the cartoons and stuff. Or, like, the burglar masks, they, like, cut holes into these stretchy black socks and use them as masks to hide their identities, and it's really stupid and dumb. And most of them just go to just hijack the ATM, except for Urchin, who doesn't do shit, because he doesn't want to be here, he doesn't want to be in the show. And Team, I had the light bulb idea. We're committing crimes. I honestly, I don't even know who would have come up with the idea. It's just stupid. They're stupid. But, like, I think originally it was meant to be a bank, but, like, I don't know why we changed it. They would have nearly gotten caught by a cop, and then they'd be like, okay, never mind, guys, we gotta go back. Gotta go back. We can't hijack the ATM. And, okay, I will get to how they place in a minute, because it's just ridiculous. But I want to talk about what the other two teams do in the episode. What they would have done. So Kapow, right? Kapow. Hang on. They would have, they would have also been doing the challenge for most, normally. And when they go to buy the stuff, they realize, oh, wait. So, like, the cashier's like, guys, you don't have enough money here. You need to, one of your things need to be removed because you don't have the budget for all that. And the thing is, they all have at least one thing there that they really like and really want to buy each member on the team. So, they're kind of at first, they're just not really passive-aggressive, but just kind of oh, I don't really want to get rid of this thing. I know, why don't you get rid of your thing? It would be something like Gamer Boy would have some sort of video game or something that he doesn't want to get rid of, and then Flipham's like, Gamer Boy, you know, if you get rid of... Sorry, should I do voice impressions? Should I do my worst my shitty voice impressions of the characters for this? It would be something kind of like... I really don't want to get rid of my anime poster. I know, Gamer Boy, why don't you get rid of your video game? Your video game, it's kind of pricey. You know, it's kind of pricey. I don't think I want to. I really wanted this game. LCC, get rid of your fucking book. No, you wouldn't say, just get rid of your book. Guys, I really wanted this book. This is the last edition in the book. I want it. Jack, you're gonna have to... they'd all just kind of be no, I want to keep this thing. You get rid of your thing. And they'd eventually just keep... it started off just, passively, but then they eventually just lead over to them, just full-on arguing, and then they realize they only have a few minutes left, so they're like, oh, shoot. Let's just, change, okay, fine, we're just gonna get rid of one thing, and they complete the challenge, probably get, second place, I think, or whatever. Yeah, and then there's Della Snatch. So Della Snatch, Charlotte thinks, slow and steady wins the race. We just gotta take our time. Hi, Polly! Polly, I was talking about episode 2, and I was talking about the stretchy black socks thing that you came up with. I was talking about the stretchy black socks. That was comedy gold. Anyways, so Della Snatch, Charlotte's like, slow and steady wins the race, and they're like buying a bunch of avocados and grapes. Just a bunch of avocados and grapes. And like Mochi, why avocados and grapes? I don't even know, but they just buy a bunch of avocados and grapes. And Mochi's like, guys, I'm hungry. And Charlotte's like, well, Mochi, don't worry, you can eat after the challenge. You can eat after we buy everything. And Mochi's like, okay. So, like, they have a shit ton of avocados and grapes, right? And they finish buying all their stuff. And then they're about to win, right? They have all this stuff. And now here we get back to Buzz Off. You know how I said they, like, didn't actually steal all the money? And how they all went to hijack the ATM except for Urchin? Urchin decides to buy a single pack of gum. A single pack of gum. And so you'd think they would lose, right? And, like, again, Della Snatch is about to win. Guess what? This fucker, Mochi, eats all the fucking grapes and avocados. He eats, so they eat everything. And, like, it's so dumb. It'd be some shit like, guys, where did all our grapes and avocados go? Mochi, why are you suspiciously shaped like a bunch of grapes and avocados? The camera switches back, all the avocados and grapes are gone, and Mochi bursts really loudly. The suspiciously grape and avocado shaped Mochi. And so they lose. They're up for elimination, and Buzz Off wins with that single pack of gum. The single pack of gum. And it's really dumb. It's really funny. And then, and Mochi would have been the first boot. I think originally, the idea was that Buzz Off would be up for elimination, like they won the first round, and then they'd be up for elimination. But I liked everyone too much, and I didn't really feel like eliminating everyone so soon. Because, on that team, like, I wanted to keep, Cigarette, Razor, and Lipstick, I had stuff planned for them. Vetacita was just a character I really liked, and, yeah, Urchin also had stuff planned with, like, Comic Sansi said she'd owe Urchin a deal if he joined. I don't think we ever figured out what that would be, but, like, yeah. Yeah, Buzz Off survived because of the gum, but I think before we decided that Della Snatch would be up for elimination, there was like, yeah. Episode 3's challenge, I think it was that, like, okay, how many of you are familiar with Meatberry? My OC Meatberry. If you guys aren't familiar, I will yap about her lore quickly, as I can. But Meatberry was an OC. I'll try to summarize this quickly, but she used to just be a regular object called Strawberry, like years ago, a couple of years before LMNOP started, I'd say, in the lore, and, she was roommates with this, those, like, soda floats? Yeah, there's a soda float character called Bubbles, and they were her roommate. They knew each other since college, and one day they're like, you know what, guys, we should go get food at, like, Funny Fries fast food, which is known for all its meaty products. The mystery meat, the mysterious unknown meat that nobody knows what it is. Because it tastes peculiar, but it's really good. But, like, they go to get the food, right? And things are going normally, right? Things are going swell. But Strawberry suddenly has a cough, so she, like, Bubbles like, hey, you seem sick. Do you want to go to like rest or something? And like, she's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna go sleep early. So she goes to bed, right? And she wakes up, but now she's in the fucking hospital. And she obviously doesn't know what the hell happened last night. That's so Bubbles is there. She's like, oh, thank God, you're okay. And there's this guy, the doctor guy, Dr. Search, he's a magnifying glass, and he decides to talk to Bubbles privately outside. Which, you know, Strawberry's kind of like, that's kind of odd. Why would this guy, you know, be telling her and not me? I'm the one who's apparently in the hospital for an reason I don't even know. But then she, like, starts coughing and, like, trigger warning for blood, question mark. It was like strawberry juice, but, like, she becomes meatberry because there was meat parasites or whatever. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what I was writing. I don't know what I was writing. Sorry. It's meant to be a horror thing, but I don't know. And then, like, it's unclear everything else that happens, because when I originally wrote this, it was just from, like, Strawberry's perspective. And I was meant to do another version that was from Bubbles' perspective, which gives more context, but, like, I forgot to write it. I never wrote it. But anyways, so, like, that I just wanted to mention that quickly, but Meatberry, she craves meat. But she also just didn't want to hurt people, right? So she's just kind of like, she just kept herself in the woods so she wouldn't cause harm to other people. Now, LMNOP has a challenge that's set in the woods. What could go wrong? I don't think we ever decided what the challenge was exactly. I think it was just, like, to survive. But then I think we're gonna change it, but I don't know what to. I don't remember. But, like, something related to the woods. And there were, two things I had in mind. Two things. So firstly, this was before I even opened auditions for LMNOP, but, I wanted Razorblade and Jammy to, like, have some sort of, like, interact with each other or have something going on. Because, like, I don't know, I thought the dynamic between those two would be interesting. And then when LMNOP 1 was written, it was like, oh, hey, there's, like, more to, this. Sorry, what am I saying? Sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. There was, like, some interactions with Daisy and Razor. Well, actually only one, but there was another that was cut. I'll get to that in a second. Like, and I was like, I might want to see Daisy and Razorblade interact with each other a bit more as well, because, like, Razorblade likes to garden canonically, and Daisy is a flower. And, like, I don't know, technically Daisy and Jammy would get along, I think. So I had this idea, you know what if those three form an alliance or something? They meet each other in the woods, and they're like, guys, let's form an alliance. Which is interesting because they're all on different teams. So they technically wouldn't be able to, like, actually help each other too much until, like, merge, I guess. Well, actually, they could technically, but, like, everyone, try not to be up for elimination. Make sure Kapow is up for elimination every single time. I don't know. But they would form an alliance, yeah, and I don't know, there'd be something going on there. The other thing, like I said, I mentioned Meatberry. So, what the hell is this stream? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just yapping, I guess. I'm just yapping. I don't know. The other idea, I think it was, like, there will be either Gamer Boy or Flip Phone, I think, would be, like, kind of aware of Meatberry being in the woods, but I don't think, I think it was originally gonna be Gamer Boy, and there'd be something with him and Meatberry, but then I think we changed to Flip Phone. I also have this idea, so, you know Flip Phone's keychain? I think I already, like, showed this like, interaction thing I wrote before, in the LMNOP server before I moved to, like, this other server now. But there was, like, the backflip extreme. There was, so, in the, like, I think random just came up with this, but, like, Gamer Boy and Flip Phone, their siblings, right? Their mom passed away because of a car accident. She got hit by a car. I probably sound insane, like, dropping lore like this, but anyway, their mom passed away, right? The keychain means a lot to Flip Phone because around that time, it would have, like, soon been Flip Phone's, like, 10th birthday, and this was meant to be a gift from her mom to her, so the keychain means a lot to her. And at some point in the challenge, in the woods, whatever it was gonna be, Flip Phone loses the keychain. She's like, I gotta go find it. And she runs off to go find it. She eventually does, but she kind of has, like, a feeling, okay, there's something eerie. There's something in the woods. I don't know what it is. And, like, I don't know. I didn't think much about episode 3. Episode 4, no, she doesn't die, don't worry, but, like, she does lose it. She eventually finds the keychain again, but yeah. Episode 4, I think then was gonna be, so some of the contestants are sick. After they go to hospital, they're sick. I think the ones were like Juicebox, Razorblade, Daisy, and Gamer Boy after the challenge, because they were in the woods, in the cold woods, they're all sick. They have a cold or something, so they go to the hospital, and your challenge is, yeah, make your contestant get better, and whoever is still unhealthy is up for elimination. I don't know if we had much ideas for that one, though. Technically speaking, given that Jamie is in the alliance with, like, Razor and Daisy, and they're both sick, did she, like, help them or something? I don't know. And then there's this dumb interaction where, like, Gamer Boy's sick, right? But he's a robot. So he's not sick and, like, he's more glitchy and stuff. He's, like, works different compared to the other objects. And, like, I think there's a joke that, like, Fizz is like, don't worry, I know it'll help you get better. And he pulls out, like, a comically large injection. And, like, just kidding. I'm not gonna stick this injection in your face or whatever. I'm not gonna do that. That wouldn't even work anyway. Lol, teehee, just a prank. Something dumb, I don't know. Another thing, I'm trying to think. I was remembering something that was, I think there was gonna be this idea where, like, Fizz that tries to button smash on, like, he's just, like, starts pressing all of Gamer Boy's buttons in hopes that something happens and they fix him, right? Obviously, you shouldn't be doing that. So at the end, he's like, oh wow, I'm healthy. But the thing is, they accidentally messed up, and now they messed up in his, like, language settings, so then he's, like, forced to speak some language that isn't in English, and nobody understands him, so they keep trying to, like, set it back to English, I think. I think it's either Spanish or Japanese, I don't remember, but he just, like, they accidentally set him to a different language. And he's just like, guys, are you serious? I don't know. But yeah, yeah, these other episodes, I don't think we had specific, like, episode numbers in mind, but they were, like, ideas. I think Jedge had this idea, but there was, like, one where it'd be a talent show or something, but I don't think we had much ideas for it. Another one, this, cooking episode, they go to a restaurant, they have to cook food. Obviously, whoever has the worst dish is up for elimination. And so there was this idea, right, for another arc thing. Crayon and Jamie at some point in the show, and I'm thinking it was probably going to be in the cooking episode. So Crayon is a bit of a people pleaser, right? So I think my brother's vacuuming. I don't know if you can hear that. But, uh, but, Crayon is a people pleaser, right? And so, oh god, you could hear it. Oh no, oh dear. Well, anyways, so Crayon is a people pleaser, right? And he, he starts getting he tries to be happy all the time, and tries to seem positive all the time, to, obviously an unhealthy amount, to the point where he's kind of just forcing himself at this point. And he gets to a point where he just can't hold it in anymore. And he gets pretty stressed out about this challenge, right? It was obviously be, a build-up to that point, but, he's particularly stressed about this challenge. And Jamie's probably stressed, too. Jamie is good at baking, but she's not good at cooking. There would be this joke where, it's oh, I thought you could bake. I could bake, not cook. And then, she talks about, making food at, a family gathering or something, and messing up every time. It's dumb. But, so anyways, So anyways, she'd be stressed with challenge 2, and there will be some sort of argument between her and Crayon. By the way, Crayon's, about to crash out, pretty much. Not crash out, but, he's about to break down, and then, the two get into an argument, and, yeah, something happens, and there's no tension between the two. They used to be friends, now there's, stuff between them. And so, it'll take them a couple episodes until they eventually, apologize to each other and, sort things out, or whatever. But the idea was, Crayon, while he was, breaking down, would accidentally say something to Jamie that would hurt her feelings. Yeah, that's the idea, that's what would happen, I think. There was also this idea visually that Crayon, so he's pretty happy, right? He's pretty joyful, and he's a very bright, vibrant yellow, but until he eventually sorts things out with Jamie, progressively, each episode he'd get more desaturated because he'd be getting more depressed and more sad about what happened. So he gets so desaturated to the point where he's almost a gray, until he eventually sorts things out with Jamie again and becomes yellow again. But this is crazy. I don't know, Polly, are you still on the stream? I don't know if she's still here. But, if she comes back, hopefully if she sees this bit, there was this joke thing I wrote in her DMs once about, their argument, where it's huh? Why not? Why won't you help cook the soup? Because cooking soup killed my grandma, okay? Leave me alone. My parents one time argued about whether or not the ocean was a soup or not once. How did making soup kill your grandma? What soup was she making? I was the one making the soup. I love working at the Krusty Krab. Crayon, stop! We're making soup, not Krabby Patties! And then she, pushes him. She's like, no! Soup, mama! And then, he turns, he turns gray, never cooks soup again. No, the joke is that, about the Krabby Patties is that, before I hired all the LMNOP voice actors, I had, voice claim headcanons in mind, and Crayon was originally SpongeBob in my head. That's what he sounded like. So, never cook again. Yeah, that's what you need to tell them. I remember, sending this to Polly in DMs, and she was like, okay, hear me out. What if, because there's, hear me out, what if, Crayon and Lipstick were, distantly related? I don't know how the hell she got that. from that, but like I don't know. I don't know. Polly, if you see this, like, how I'm still confused. How did you, from my soup kill my grandma joke? But yeah, that happened. Cooking challenge. There's another challenge as well. I think one more challenge I had an idea for the show was, so it wouldn't be a challenge originally, but Comics is like, guys, you've all been working so hard in these episodes. Let's all go to the beach for a break. Let's all like chill out at the beach. And everyone's like, oh my god, yes, the beach. We all love the beach. And everyone's just hyping up, excited, ready to go to the beach, right? Hi. Everyone's like really excited, ready to go to the beach. And the moment they all step out, it starts pissing rain, right? It's raining. It's pouring. Pissing outside, and everyone's just now disappointed and sad. But who's especially sad? Sandy and Betacita. Probably the most summery themed contestants. Like, Sandy's literally half shark. It's like they're obviously, really sad they can't go to what is essentially the best beach in Urbanova. So, like, so then they, like, make a video. They're talking about the top 10 things to, like, make you want to go to the beach or something like that. And and in the process, they, like, keep messing up the house. Like, I don't know, they'd, like, be like, you could go swimming, and then they flood the fucking bathtub, which pours out, and, like, the bathroom floor is all wet or something. There's a specific really dumb joke about all this. I'll get to that in a bit, but they show Comic Sans, and she's like, fine. Fine, you're acting like babies. You're both grown-ass men crying about not going to the beach, but whatever, fine. We go to the second best beach in Urbanova. And I was like, oh yeah, let's go to the beach. But the thing is, the second best beach in Urbanova is where it's not raining, is also the only other beach in Urbanova. There's only 2 beaches. And it's really crap. There's like a bunch of garbage everywhere. So now it's gotta be turned into a challenge. You have to clean up the trash on the beach. And I think there was like, I don't know, like, I think there was an idea that there would be like, some of the garbage would like, because of pollution and stuff, it would turn into some like, garbage monster or something, and they'd have to like, fight it or whatever. I don't know. That was an idea I had. But anyways, this joke in, like, the top 10 reasons to go to the beach video that Sandy and Vet are making, right? There's this joke, this dumb joke, where, like, you could get ice cream! And they go to the fridge, and they take ice cream out of the freezer, and they're just eating ice cream. And it goes something like, I love chocolate. By the way, guys, did I ever tell you I'm lactose intolerant? What? Yeah, you do know that ice cream has milk in it, right? Yeah, but, like, who cares? It's the beach. We're trying to convince people to go to the beach, right? Beach. And then it cuts to, like, Sandy alone in his room or something. He's like, guys, I'm sorry, but Vasita's been in the bathroom for quite some time. I don't think he's making it out alive. I think we lost him, guys. It's really sad. He was lactose intolerant, and he ate ice cream. I miss you, bro. Anyways. Number 6! You can go. He's so dumb. And then he, like, come back immediately after. He's like, okay. I had to fight in the war. It's some dumb shit. It was really stupid. Hang on, I think I wrote let me check my my documents and see if I still have the action down. Hopefully. I hope I still have it. Give me a sec. Top 10 reasons. Do you guys want me to read this out? Should I read this out? Guys. It's gonna be so stupid. Allow me to read this, guys.
Hey bros, it's me, Fettuccine. I'm here with my boy Sandy.
Sup?
You guys like the beach? Well, duh, who wouldn't?
I love the beach. You love the beach. Everyone loves the beach.
But wait, what if someone doesn't like the beach?
Or even worse,
Hates the beach!
oh no, that would be really bad.
Which is why we're making this video to convince you beach-hating friends, to convince your beach-hating friends to start loving it.
Here's our top 10 reasons on why you should go to the beach.
Cut to the two playing with a beach ball.
Number 10, you can play with balls!
Dude.
You can play games with balls!
Like that. Sorry. Sorry.
This is so much fun. Wow.
Juicebox runs up to them.
Oh, can I play?
Sure thing, little guy.
Juicebox headbutts the ball once it's passed to it, and it whacks very hardly into Sandy's face before cutting to the next segment. The two are in one of the bedrooms, which has been flooded with sand. Venacita is using Sandy to build a sandcastle.
Number 9, you can make sandcastles.
Venacita lifts up Sandy to reveal a super duper high quality, full of details sandcastle. A masterpiece. Truly one of a kind. I think I just shed a tear. Okay, Razorblade.
What the? Guys, what are you doing?
They turn around to see Razorblade.
Making sandcastles, duh.
Look at the mess you made. Why? Where'd you get all that sand?
Shot of Sandy, small pause, Razor kicks down the sandcastle before leaving. The two are distraught.
Well, it's okay because at number 8, we got seashells.
Sandy empties out a bunch of shells from inside herself. Flip phone passes by and sees them.
Aw, these are so cute and pretty.
They sure are. You want one? He picks up a shell to show it. Flip phone at first is staring at first in awe until a crab suddenly pops out.
Huh?
The crab suddenly pinches and holds onto her keychain. This sets Flip phone into a panic mode. Ah! Get off! Get off! Get off! Get off! Get off! She's like running around like it's a bug or something.
Whoa, is that I reference?
What? What do you mean it's an II? What could this possibly be an inanimate insanity reference to, Squarey? Maybe it is, but like I don't know what I was thinking about. What the hell was I even trying to reference? And it was cut to the two in the kitchen.
Number 7, ice cream.
Oh my god, it's the one, guys.
Oh yeah!
Venacita opens up the freezer, takes out 2 popsicles, chocolate and strawberry. They take off the wrappers and start eating. Chocolate.
Hey, did you guys know I'm lactose intolerant?
What?
Yeah.
You do know that ice cream has milk in it, right?
Yeah, well,
I don't think you should be eating that, dude.
yeah, but who cares? It's the beach. I love the beach.
Cut to yet another bedroom. Okay, I need to lock in, guys. Hang on.
Hey, dude, so, unfortunately, Venacita will not be joining us for number 6 because he's been stuck in the bathroom for quite some time. Like, half an hour now. I don't think he's getting out soon. I'm not sure if he's gonna make it. You guys pray for him, okay? Rest in peace, dude. Okay. Anyways, number 6!
Sandy is looking out the window.
You can watch the beautiful sunset.
It's noon.
I don't think we timed this right. A flushing noise is heard in the background. Sandy turns around and oh my god. Okay, I put this image of like something I drew where it's just like Sandy turns around and there's Venusina and he has like toilet paper stuck to his leg or something. And Sandy like has a teardrop going down his eye, down his cheek. Oh my wave. Hey, what's up, guys? Dude, I thought you wouldn't make it. I struggled to survive, but I made it. I lived. Because I'm just really cool like that. And I don't think I finished it, but it was just... That was... Yeah, guys, top 10 reasons to go to the beach is you can play with balls. You can play with balls. It's like a really good reason to go to the beach. Okay, is there any... You can't. Yeah, but you can play with balls. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking if there's anything else I forgot to mention. If you guys have any questions, doesn't even have to be LMNOP related, but if you have any questions, like, I can answer them, too, for, like, 10 minutes. Yeah. I do have, now that LMNOP is canceled, I do have an object comic in mind. I don't have a name for it yet, but it's magical girl themed, kind of. Yeah, it's like magical girl stuff. What if LMNOP was a camp? I don't know. Oh, LMNOP is like an object show. LMNOP was an object show I was working on, but I lost motivation to continue it before I finished episode 1, unfortunately. So after a year of working on episode 1, I just kind of canceled it. And like I made, like if you check my channel, you can find a video of like all the storyboards and voice lines and stuff that would have like made up the episode, as well as like other little bits. This is just a stream to kind of talk about stuff that would have been planned for other episodes besides episode 1. Yeah. I might make an LMNOP camp, though. Maybe, if I ever get the time to. As for the comic I was mentioning, so I had this idea for an object comic, yeah, it's like, I'm not gonna spoil too much yet, but, like, it's a magical girl thing. There's magical girl stuff in it. Yeah, it's probably not gonna be a competition show. Yeah. And I also have ideas for, like, there's this one Dandy's World thing. So I have a Dandy's World OC. That is, like, a Valentine's Day themed character. That is something to do with Shrimpo and maybe some other characters. And I want to maybe write something about that AU. Maybe, when I get the time. And I properly think about it. And I've joked about this in my server and on Twitter, but there is so I made a joke to my brother. My brother, like, poke fun at, not, like, mean or anything, we just, like, lighthearted stuff. Sometimes he jokes about me being a bit chubby, and I joke about him being, like, quite thin. And I was like, hey, dude, what if I made a comic where the two main characters were based off of us, and I called it Big Butt and Skinny Legs? And he's like, that is genius. And I made these stupid designs, and so, yeah, that is a comic I may make Big Butt and Skinny. So, Magical Girl object comic, I still don't have the title for, Big Butt and Skinny Legs, and whatever that Dandy's World I use, whatever I'm gonna call it. I don't know what to call it yet. Yeah, I think I'll end the stream soon, but I might just yap a bit until we hit the 1 hour mark. I am pretty excited for the new Dandy's World update, I guess, which is in, it's gonna nearly 2 soon, so from my time zone. In my time zone, it's coming out at 8 p.m. Yeah, you are the only one here, I think. It's coming out at 8 p.m. The update, which is, 6 hours, I think. The update's coming out in 6 hours, nearly. So I'm excited. The Dandy's World update. The Dandy's World update is the one with Brusha, and it's coming out in 6 hours. And the BFDIA 22 is coming out in today. Or might come out tomorrow in my time zone, I don't know. Tomorrow, you're good. I thinking. So I will mention a few bits about the comic that I'm gonna be working on. So yeah, it's magical girl genre. There, some inspiration I took from Madoka Magica and like Panty and Stocking, and like a bit of Precure as well, particularly Small Precure, and a bit of Hokuto and Kira Kira. But yeah, Magical Girl Anime takes a bit of inspiration for this. There's also some other stuff, other shows that obviously object shows, but like other shows will probably take inspiration as well. Humor wise, because it's definitely going to be like humorous. Art style wise, I'd say I'd be inspired by like Panty and Stocking, Scott Pilgrim, me a bit, maybe some other stuff. It's kind of cartoonish in a way. Yeah, like not cartoonish, but like kind of stylized, I guess, the idea I have in mind. Yeah. I might make another stream where people can ask questions about that. If I ever figure out how to do like an art stream, I might do that. I draw art stuff at some point. If I figure out how to like screen share. Yeah. I want to figure out how to screen share on this thing. Am I able to draw on this thing? What? I don't know if you can see that, but does that show? Hang on. That's awesome. Oh, wait. Red circle. That's me. Hang on. I'm gonna doodle on the screen. That is. Okay, awkward silence. Oh wait, there's one. I think there were some interactions at LMNOP 1. I think the episode was originally going to be longer, but we didn't want it to be too long. Like, it was originally, like, I think, half an hour to 40 minutes, I think, around that time. So we had to cut out some stuff from the script. So we just took out stuff that wasn't, like, as important or, like, relevant or helps progress the episode any further. I don't remember all the interactions that were cut, but, like, one I do remember was that Razorblade and Daisy would interact. Razorblade would mention something about gardening. I don't know exactly, but something along those lines. And Daisy's like, oh, you like gardening? And yeah, something like that. But I don't remember exactly. Just something like that. Your Wi-Fi went out. Don't worry, it's fine. I'm just gonna wait till we hit the 1 hour mark to end the stream. Because why not? I really want to figure out how to screen share on this thing. Look at my gradients, I guess. What the hell are items? What is that thing? What the? Hang on. What is this? This covers my face. Dude. This is, I'm Smilopy. I'm Smilopy. Hi. Mm. 3 more minutes until we hit the 1 hour mark. Yeah. This is just awkward silence over like 20 minutes. Light bulb. If you're sleepy, you can go to bed. It's okay. 1 hour stream, yay. Trying to get that mark. When I eventually figure out how to like screen share and show like my screen stuff that I'm doing on my screen, I'll try to like do an art stream maybe so things aren't as boring. Hopefully next time I do these types of things. Because I was planning to hopefully maybe draw stuff as well. But I didn't know how to do that. So, yeah.
2 more minutes. If you guys want to leave, you can. There's no reason I need to keep the stream on. I'm just bored, I guess. I am so excited for the Dandy's World update coming out today. Yes. I gotta learn how to distract because I try to, but I'm not that good. I'm trying to learn how to do it because I'm gonna be playing as. I'm gonna try to get Cole's mastery. Hey, you like Cole, right? You like Cole, right, Polaroid? I think you do. I finally got Blot's mastery today, so now I finally got my makeup. After so long. Well, that's a lot of yes. That is a lot of yes. Wow. Okay, Okay, so I'll probably be ending the stream very soon. So, yeah. In literally like a minute. So, Cole's my favorite character alongside Tegan. I like Tegan. She's fun to play as. I think. I like survivalist tunes. I don't think they're appreciated enough. I got R&D today. Yeah. Okay, I'm probably gonna do the stream soon. I was like, bye guys. Hopefully art stream another time. Bye bye. Bye. See you guys.